Few weeks back, I posted a video called Revisiting Halo 5 for the last time, and turns out I was lying because today we're going to be checking out some really cool Halo 5 Forge maps where a couple different forgers took maps that we saw in the Halo Infinite trailer and the overview and turned them into full-fledged maps. I'll put the links to both of their content in the description, but without any further ado, let's just jump right in. Alright, the first map here is Live Fire. This one's made by XX Redacted, and yeah, we're just going to check it out. Basically, we have two versions of Live Fire and one version of Bazaar to check out, and yeah, I've played a little bit on them so far tonight, and they're all pretty cool. Honestly, like, I haven't sat down to go through the trailer to see if they're perfectly accurate, but overall they're pretty fun. We're playing some Halo Infinite like Slayer settings, so basically, you know, no abilities, all that stuff. We also start with like the gunfire mag and an assault rifle. I imagine that Infinite will be BR starts, but I guess we'll wait and see there. But yeah, the first thing I noticed on this map is one, I'm good, my game crashed, epic. Alright, well, we rejoined the lobby after that sick crash, which is, you know, the Halo 5 Forge experience, so nothing out of the ordinary there. But yeah, the first thing I noticed when I was playing these maps is how ungodly terrible I am at Halo 5. I haven't played it in so long, I'm just rusty. I think it's really cool, though, that people are able to make stuff like this just based off of the trailers and everything. Like, I don't know, I'm definitely not creative enough to do stuff like that. I won't lie though, playing these maps, while they're definitely very cool, kinda just makes me want to play Halo Infinite more. But I do appreciate being able to hop on and just mess around with them. Obviously it'll be interesting when the maps come out to see like how accurate they were, because obviously parts are going to be pretty accurate since those parts were in the trailer, but the two different versions that you're going to see at Live Fire, like, they've taken different liberties with different parts of the map and whatnot, obviously because they had to, so it'll be interesting to see what exactly ends up totally right and what is kind of off. I imagine this little section with the astronaut dudes probably isn't part of the map, unless I just don't remember that from the trailers. I will also say, obviously because we're using those Halo Infinite settings, that Halo 5 without all the abilities is pretty bland. I mean, I'm obviously not the first person to say that. I think a lot of people said that, especially with like the Halo 3 classic playlist, but this one really drives it home. Only having sprint and none of the other abilities just feels weird. The guns are definitely way too powerful. This Thrive dude has just been dumpstering the lobbies. I think he might actually play Halo 5. Maybe he is a 343 employee and he knows the maps. Yeah, I am going with that. I think that's the only excuse. All right, I absolutely hate the classic battle rifle in H5 ever since the nerfs, and I died, although I don't think it was the battle rifle's fault, but holy fuck, I crashed again. All right, we're back again. In one free-for-all game, we've crashed twice, so, you know, doing pretty good. Despite that, we're in second place, although I think the other people have crashed out, so I think Thrive's just winning by default because he hasn't crashed. That's gotta be what it is, honestly. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what you guys think of these maps, whether you think they look pretty accurate or if you think parts of it are off. Also, let me know out of the maps we're gonna look at, so there's the two Live Fires and the Bazaar map, and let me know which one you think looks the best or which map you're most excited to play in Infinite. All right, and we've been defeated. Very unfortunate. All right, this next map here is Bazaar, and this one was made by Unknown Emerald. This map, when I first saw the screenshots, legit gave me Dust 2 vibes. I saw some people saying it gave them Turf vibes. I don't know if I necessarily thought, oh my god. I don't know if what? Oh, okay, I got shotgun. I thought the grav hammer killed me. I don't know if I necessarily got the Turf vibes from the footage and from the screenshots that 343 shared, but I will say, kind of playing on this, I do get Turf vibes. Now, whether or not this is going to be an accurate representation of the map, that's up in the air. But this version of the map definitely does give me some Turf vibes. It also has beautiful double doors here, just like Dust 2. So if you've ever played Counter-Strike, you can get off through them when you're trying to walk by. So, you know, just live your old memories. This one seems a little bit more like tight and closed in than Live Fire, which is nice. You know, a little bit different flair there, even though they're both 4v4 maps, or at least I think that's what they're both supposed to be. Oh shit. That's when you need boost. I will say one really nice touch, and I'll see if I can find it while I'm running around, but one really nice touch that both the map creators did on all the maps is they did, just like the trailer footage and like the overview footage that we've seen, they have a lot of the weapon pickups kind of on those weapon pad type things that are on the wall, and the gun will kind of like spin on them. I think that's really cool. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, here's one, but it doesn't have the gun on it. But yeah, basically, you know, the guns are just kind of on the wall. I'll make sure to point it out next time I see one. From what we've seen so far from the Halo Infinite maps, I feel like they've done a pretty good job of having varied locations and even the layout and style of the map. Obviously, That's kind of hard to judge since we're not playing the real versions of these maps, but kind of seems like from the footage that we've seen that the maps are going to play a lot different, and that kind of excites me because if I'm being honest with you, a lot of the Halo 5 maps kind of blended together in my mind, so it'd be cool to have maps that are like totally different aesthetics, totally different vibes, and totally different playstyles, especially with vehicles making their way back on 4v4 maps, which I am super excited by. I know some people don't necessarily like that, but I think it's super cool. Obviously, it doesn't really belong in the HCS playlist, but vehicles on smaller maps is something that I've missed for a long time. Alright, so like I was talking about earlier, this is what I meant. The weapons are just on the walls, which is nice. It will definitely be really interesting to see kind of what the movement is like in Halo Infinite in the hands of the top level players once they've had months to get familiar to the game and kind of learn the ins and outs a bit. Obviously, that'll keep... Oof, I almost died there. It'll keep evolving over time, but if you played Halo 5 at launch versus late Halo 5, the movement tech and the movement skills that players have learned is completely different than how it was on launch, where it was a lot more basic, even at the top level. Because like, I've said this before, but I was able to get champion at the start of Halo 5, but if I launched up Halo 5 now, my movement would probably look like a plat player. Just because I haven't kept up on all the different movement mechanics that all the players have learned over the years. And so I'll be interested with Halo Infinite having slightly less movement mechanics, if there will still be, you know, a high skill cap to the movement. I get why maybe we wouldn't spawn with an H2BR in this game mode, just because the H2BR is pretty ridiculous in Halo 5, but I probably would have just gave it to us anyway, so we didn't have to use this pistol. Alright, here's shotgun. I'll just pretend I'm using the Bulldog right now. All right, everyone close your eyes. Pretend you're listening to the Bulldog from the trailer footage. Here you go. About to Bulldog someone. There you go, just like the trailer footage. Another thing that I'm super interested to see in Halo Infinite is kind of the role that autos play, because, you know, over the years it's been pretty contested how people feel about the autos. In Halo 5, some people felt they were too strong, especially at launch. In some of the other games, people feel like they're kind of useless, and, you know, the precision weapons dominate the sandbox. So I'll be very interested to see, especially with the commando coming into the sandbox, kind of what role exactly the automatic weapons play, because I think it's probably like the hardest class of weapon to balance in Halo, just due to the mechanics and the fact that they don't necessarily reward high skill aim or anything like that. You kind of just hold down the trigger, kind of let the aim assist help you, and then melee to finish people off if you need to. So they're almost hard to balance because you can't make them too strong, because then everyone's getting kills with them, but at the same time, if you make them too weak, then they're just basically useless outside of super close range. Or on the flip side, you know, if the precision weapon of the game is too strong, that also kind of makes them useless. Like in Halo 2, you know, if you're playing against people that know how to use the battle rifle and know even just the basic button combos like the BXR, you know, the SMG's pretty useless in that game. But in Halo 3, even though it's pretty BR dominant, there are times, especially in like Team Slayer, even in ranked playlists, where pulling out an AR and shooting someone does make sense. So I'm just very interested to see how it ends up playing out in Infinite. I do hope that Halo Infinite treats weapon skins like Halo 5 does, as opposed to MCC. I like how if you kill someone with a weapon skin, you get their skin instead of it just auto replacing it with your own. I feel like that adds like an extra layer to kind of skins and how they play into the game. Whereas in MCC, you set your skins, and if you ever pick up a gun, you know, you just always get your skins. I think it's cool when you can pick up the skins of people you kill or your teammates. But we won that one, so let's jump into the last map. Alright, last map here. This is another live fire map, and this one's made by Unknown Emerald. Overall, I would say the maps feel pretty similar, if I'm being honest with you, but they definitely have their own kind of flares to the layout. You know, this one doesn't have the astronauts, which were honestly a key feature to the other map, if I do say so. No! Oh shit, I should have died. Alright, I got sniped. Halo 5 snipe is so OP. And I'm dead, so never mind. One thing that I do really hope in Halo Infinite is Halo 5 did a lot of playlists with different settings based around like older Halo games or just different things. I hope that's something that Halo Infinite kind of builds upon, where obviously you have your core game modes that have whatever settings Halo Infinite has, but I hope we get a lot of rotational playlists that try different things, whether it's just being nostalgia, or, you know, they're trying something weird where it's like no sprint. That's not necessarily weird, but you get the point. Trying different settings just to kind of mix things up, and hell, you never know what you'll stumble into when you try stuff like that out. I think one of the coolest Halo 5 playlists that I played that kind of fits into those lines was the Mythic Arena playlist, if you guys played that one, where it was basically like kind of a combination of classic and modern Halo, where you still had the thrust, but you had no sprint and no clamber, and the strafing speed was higher. And that playlist was a lot of fun, although it did spawn you with the Halo 2 BR, which kind of led to people just lasering you all the time. But overall, I found that playlist to be a lot of fun. Oh, I thought that was like a... I don't know. I didn't think that was a person. I'm going crazy over here. It's the lack of Halo Infinite, you know? It drives the mind to weird places. Oh. I'm just waiting up here. I just want the sniper. That's all I want. I also feel a little dirty just doing this, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the sniper. Also, the fact that people keep coming makes me feel less bad. I will say I'm really glad that they're bringing slide back in Halo Infinite. I feel like any modern game that has sprint should have slide. It feels so natural. It would feel weird if to go back to something like Halo 4 where it has sprint but no slide. No! Oh my god, I can't believe I'm alive. No! No! God damn it. I still can't believe, if you guys played Halo 5 at launch, I don't remember the name, it was one of the Forge maps. But there's that fucking Forge map that was in ranked. It had a man cannon, and to get the damage boost, you had to boost off the man cannon and then ground pound onto it. I think, and the map got removed pretty quickly, but holy crap, was that a terrible ass map. I forgot what it was called. I think eventually they might have redone it, but yeah. Anyways guys, that's gonna do it for Halo 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was pretty basic, but I thought these maps were pretty cool, and I thought we would hop back into Halo 5 and play on them. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. If you guys want to catch me live, follow me over on Twitch. You can also follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. And with that said, I'll see you all next time.